They're some of the slowest drivers in Hawke's Bay, but police can't speak highly enough of community patrollers.
We really rely on those close working partnerships with members of our community, and having community-minded people such as the community patrols to provide a service for our communities is just invaluable.
A lot of people think we just drive around in a car for hours, and basically that's what we do. We don't get out and run around the paddock chasing people and that. We literally, what we describe ourselves as the eyes and ears of the police. So we go in a car, usually about an hour patrol, 4 hours at a time, and we might get out to have one coffee and then perhaps go to line up at the police station.
The lineup is the shift change briefing at the Hastings police station.
So community patrols are tasked by us to look at certain parts of town or at certain times of the day or night where we might be experiencing some crime issues that are reported by our community. And by understanding where crime is happening and when or potential problems are emerging, we can ask our community patrols to keep an eye on things for us. So a lineup is where our frontline staff are tasked with a deployment plan alongside our community patrols.
All community patrollers are adamant that safety is paramount, so they never get out of the car. But for some patrollers, there is an exception to the rule.
You don't get out of the car, only if we really have to, like to check. Well, this is going to sound gross. Quite often on occasions we have actually come across bodies on the road, and usually drunken males who have just fallen down, and you literally have to check them to make sure they're breathing. You have to do first aid to make sure they're not okay. So yes, we do get out of the car on occasions, and it's usually to check bodies that you come across on the road.
Any dead ones?
Haven't found any dead ones yet. All of them have been live and all of them have been drunk.
Bet says she feels quite safe during patrols. There was one time her car was attacked, but it was the quick police response that shocked her the most.
I've never seen police work so fast. From having no police around us, it was just a matter of seconds. There must have been about 5 or 6 police taking this guy away. It was really quite amazing. I think that shocked me more than any, because I didn't think they worked that fast, but they did that night.
Bet says patrols are usually uneventful, and she is unfazed and reassured by that one violent encounter.
Yes, it can be a bit nerve-wracking, but no, quite safe. As long as you keep your head, don't do anything stupid. I'm in the car, got good locks, and I've got a police radio, and if we put out a call, I know damn sure the police will be there pronto.
On the east side of Hastings is the Havelock North Community Patrol.
We operate and organise ourselves locally and patrol in accordance with where police would like us to patrol. And basically we are the extra eyes and ears for the police. We are not police, and people need to realise that we need to restrain ourselves if we do see any unsavoury behaviour.
Hastings has 3 community patrol groups, each with a roster of volunteers working out of one car. Napier has just one group, but it is the biggest community patrol group in the country, covering the Napier Police District, which extends well into rural Hastings.
We currently have 178 members, and we run 6 vehicles, one of which is dedicated to the rural area. A typical day we can operate 24/7 depending on individuals, the volunteers, when they choose to go out. We also do some foot patrols during the summer season, or particularly when there are many tourists in town. The cruise ships, when we had them here, we used to have what we call ambassadors out on the street doing foot patrols, but they also call on the local stores, the local shops, the retailers, and just have a word with them and reassure them that we're out there, particularly during school holiday periods when there's shoplifting is rife. It's interesting sometimes to park in a car park and just watch the behaviour of people. particularly people who come out of the supermarket with their trolleys full, and park the trolley at the back end of the car, and leave their purses or wallets on the trolley while they load up the car. There's cases of the opportunist walking past, grabbing a handbag and running off. And it's quite interesting to see people's behaviour. Not everybody is obviously security conscious when it comes to things like that.
Napier Community Patrol is a community powerhouse. It helps with the many community events, helps police process lost and found, monitors the CBD's CCTV, and even helps the fire service.
Just over 3,000 homes in Napier we've installed smoke alarms in, and talk to the tenants or owners of the places and their children about fire safety.
Goodacre says it's a great way to make friends.
Believe you me, when you spend 4 hours in a car with somebody, you do get to hear and know them extremely well, and a lot of friendships are built up through that trust.
Community patroller Michelle Coulter has mastered the art of finding stolen cars.
I think I've still hold a record of found and recovered, meaning on patrol and that, but up in South Auckland mainly, about 240 odd stolen and recovered cars.
You did this in Auckland?
Yes, so I've been in a number of patrols. I've been in Manurewa, Botany, Whangarei, and since I've been down here I was in Flaxmere, and now I've shifted across the last few years for Hastings.
And how does Hastings compare with South Auckland?
Quiet in comparison. Definitely not as many stolen cars. You saw the sheet of stolen cars, so I think that's roughly about 135 stolen vehicles, and that's probably about 5 months worth of stolen vehicles, whereas in Auckland you'd be having that for a week or two.
Councils are the main supporters of community patrols, but each group must still fundraise to keep gas in the tank, and they need more volunteers.
We're struggling since the COVID, and that we're struggling a little bit for people coming out on patrol.
So you're looking for more volunteers, are you?
Definitely looking for more volunteers, people that can maybe give up a night or something each month for say 3 or 4 hours is all that we sort of require of a person, or daytime patrols as well as an option if we have people to do that.
They really are fantastic. They give up their own time, they work at all hours of the day and night, and we'll do whatever it is that we ask them to do in terms of being those eyes and ears for our community. We really appreciate their involvement. It is volunteer. I encourage people, if they are interested in becoming a community patroller, that they get in touch with the organisation and find out a bit more about it. It really is a great help for us.
Community patrollers say moments of excitement aren't the norm, and that's fine by them, because a quiet shift is a good shift for the community. Patrick O'Sullivan, Local Focus.